welcome to the ice here, Cape Breton West Islanders, and their second player from Trinidad, 8-year-old Huey McNeil from the U18, Cape Breton West Advanced Islanders. Before we get to the game, Islanders forward number 9, Colby Fleet, has been recognized by the Nova Scotia U18 Major Hockey League as the 3rd star of the month for October. Team President Brian McGinnis is here to present Colby with a plaque to commemorate the achievement. Well done, Colby. Please rise and remove your hats for the national anthem.
And welcome back one and all to the Al McGinnis Sports Center for this Sunday matinee, a rematch of last night's contest, which was a 5-2 victory against the Pictou Weeks for the Cape Breton West Islanders, host team here at the Al McGinnis Sports Center. This is a presentation of the Nova Scotia U18 Major Hockey League in association with High Button Sports. Last game, of course, was Kieran McDonald getting those first 2 goals for the Islanders, and it was all McDonald apart from Colby Fleet, with Aiden and Hunter both adding goals as well. And despite the push from goals from Ewan Sim and Jack Harriman, it wasn't enough in that 3rd period to get Pictou to mount the comeback as they look to get things started early. Unfortunately, they iced the puck to start play, so they'll have to start things off from their own end just 8 seconds in. This first period of play brought to you by Superline Fuels, worry-free home heating, oil and propane, delivered proudly by local experts. Comforting your family is our priority at Superline Fuels. Colby Fleet on the draw. Shot by McCackern through the screen, that was blocked in front. And shaking that one off was Nathan Kidd, who made the sacrifice of the body in front of the net. Here comes Hunter McDonald. Onto the point to Trenum, a shot, and that one blocked in front. Right away, the Islanders looking to press early again. As was the story in last night's game. They came out guns a-blazing to start that first period. Look to do just the same here on this Sunday matinee. As that one moved out to neutral ice. Picked up by Trenum. Kidd collides with McCackern at center ice and goes down. No call came there as Sorhando tries to work it behind. Jared Sorhando getting the start and goal number 31 for the Weeks. Switch up of goaltenders from last game. As that one taken by Colby Fleet. First star of the month there for the Islanders. on his efforts in the previous games. As that one chased down by Jonah Ellis, mixing up my Ellises here. As I know Islanders alumni Colton Ellis, now a professional in the NHL for the Buffalo Sabres. As that one on the near side, Ellis moves it out. As Will Chisholm tries to make a move, knocked off the puck. Here come the Weeks the other way. Sim dropped to Pugsley, unable to make a play on it. It's moved on the near side to Kieran McDonald, who misses that one. Goes all the way down, looking for an icing call. They're not going to get it here. As the Weeks look to get out of the zone, here's McKenzie. Off the near side wall, picks it up. Here comes Frazier. Always a sharp shooter, skates into the zone. He leads them in goals and a quick drive. That one didn't hit the net as he put it a little too much air under that one. John McGinnis shifts it out to neutral ice. Stopped up there by Bircham as he dumps it in. Glove down by Forrence. So Leo Forrence getting a starting goal for the Islanders. Both teams switching goaltenders for this second contest of the weekend. As John McGinnis skates it down his own zone. Off the backboards to Trentham, touch play. Chris passing by the Islanders, trying to get out of their own zone. Picked off by Frazier, good active stick. McKenzie on it. Fires down McCacken rather. That's Griffin McCacken, number 11, and that clearing attempt went into the netting for a stoppage. And a fan with a great effort there to return the puck into play underneath the netting. Ewan White on the draw. Up against Aiden McDonald. Wins it cleanly to Sullivan. Look at the drive. See a rebound. Score! A shot from that point and a rebound in front. And White makes no mistake on the rebound. And the Pictou Weeks come into this rematch alive and awake and putting the Islanders on the back foot early here with the opening goal. And the shoe on the other foot in this one is the recall from Laska and Kieran McDonald at a similar time in the game scored the opening goal for the Islanders. This time it's Ewan White for the Pictou Weeks. As they look to set the tone early, White dumping it into the corner as Chisholm has to chase it down in defense. Shot from the point goes wide on the deflection. Is looking to chase after Thomas McAcker, moves it there to Watt. Lex Watt takes a hit from White and almost knocked down. He got back to his feet though. Here's McDonald on the wall. Nice move by McDonald. Gets free and shoots, and a save made the first test for Jared Sorhando. Carson McCacken on the draw in the offensive zone. Wins a clean a shot there off the draw by McGinnis. His glove down as well. Well, the Islanders looking to waste no time in responding here. They got one taken off the draw, looking to get a shot away there was Jack McGinnis. Tanner on the wall. Chipped ahead by John McGinnis. Picked up here by McCacken in stride. Carson McCacken down the wing, holds on to him on the back end and protects the puck. Turning around, he gets taken for a ride in the boards, but the stick was up high. And that'll be whistled down on the penalty. Our first power play of the game. And it's a head contact, it looks like. It's going to go against the Pictou Weeks. This power play brought to you by Zephyr Contractors. As Williams makes his way to the box for the 2-minute minor. So another big opportunity now here in this game for the Islanders early to try and tie things up on the power play. Carson McCacken on the draw against White. White wins the draw to the corner. Looking to clear there was McCacken. Griffin McCacken, that is. Onto the point. Picked off by Trentham. Holds onto it. Looks to set it up there with Hunter McDonald. Saucer pass across to Chisholm. And a pass well behind McDonald. And the Islanders have to reset. Trentham holds onto it. Pass is picked off. Here's a chance and taken away by McDonald. As he turns behind his own goal. Gives up the puck. Great aggressive penalty killing forecheck here by the Weeks. Looking to force some mistakes out of the advantage team of the Islanders. Look at that aggressive forecheck. Here comes Trentham looking to escape by. Down he comes down the ice, drops it off, and that's going to be an offside here against the Islanders. We'll reset and neutralize for this draw. Lance Hookshorst on the draw against Nathan Kidd. Another clean draw win for Kidd, but it's a good play by McDonald coming in and looking for another opening goal of that game on that short side chip shot. Glove down with confidence by Sorhando as he gets the whistle. Well, minute 12 remaining in the man advantage for the Islanders. Still plenty of time left to work on that power play. Brought to you by Zupfin Contractors. As that one taken on the point by Ellis. Moves it across to the open side of Chisholm. Chisholm in front of Hookshorst rather, unable to pull the trigger. Back onto the point again, they reset. Ellis holds on, shoots some distance at a pad, save through a screen. Another chance, that one off the side of the goal. McDonald off the wall to Ellis on the point. Moves it across to McCackern. Pass in front one time from Kieran McDonald, and he caught the heel of his blade and wasn't able to get it on the goal. Here it comes again. Wraparound shot stopped in front. Bircham on the back end. Off the glass, it's not too strong, though it caught a stick on the way. Chisholm out front to Hookshorst. Tries another shot, that was blocked. Ellis keeps it alive in the corner. McDonald working against Bircham. Chisholm there to help him out. Swept in front, blocked off by Kidd, unable to clear. Here they come again, and Bircham finally clears the zone and gets a line change to the penalty killing unit for the Weeks. Just 15 seconds left in that power play as Aidan McDonald takes it behind his own goal. One last rush on the power play for the Islanders. Chipped by Watt, but he didn't gain the red line, so that'll be an icing call against the Islanders, which will nullify likely the power play. There's just 4 seconds remain, and the faceoff will be in their own zone. Well, it looks like the Leafs are going to be able to kill this one off successfully. Ewan Sim on the draw. Leads the league in scoring with 33 points in 17 games played. Always a threat when he's on the ice. As Noah looking to get a stick on that. Sim sweeps it into the zone. Down it goes. John Hugh McGinnis chasing it down against Pugsley. Clearing attempt blocked off by Sim. Here come the Weeks now. Cameron Shaw. That one sails over the goal. Another chance for Sim, and it went off his stick. Williams keeps it alive on the point. Trying to chip it ahead, and that one cleared off the near side wall. Chasing it down is Cameron. Cameron backhand feed just past Watt. Finds Williams. Williams on the near side gets through to Sim. Sim over the line. Slides it in front. One-time option for Isnor, and he didn't get full wood on that, but it's taken in by Pugsley now. Pugsley on the point moves it across to Sullivan. Quick drive looking for a tip in front. Isnor got a piece of it, but couldn't direct it on goal. McCackern battle against Davidson. That clears out to neutral ice, and Sullivan has to make chase against Watt. As he sweeps it out, another great lead pass to Isnor, over the line. Dropping it off to Sim, picked off there. Sullivan keeps it alive, great heads-up play. And he has to get back as he saw some lapse in defensive coverage and made the wise decision to get back and cover that position in case the Islanders were to get a step on the rush play. That one cleared into the ceiling beam right in front of me by Jake McGinnis. And no matter how many times you practice in the arena, you still can't quite remember how low the ceilings can be in comparison to those larger barns that you play in on the road. That one shown there by Jake McGinnis in that clearing attempt. On the point, Bircham. Fans on that dump in. Good battle there by Nathan Kidd. Drops it off. Turning is White now. Back to Croft. Croft on the back end. Turns behind the goal. Sweeps it in front to Kidd. A shot. That one through the blue paint and wide. Almost caught Florence by surprise as Ellis takes it in. Hard hit by Kidd on Ellis, and they're going to take exception to that. It looks like it was a high hit possibly. And it is going to be called a high hit. As Nathan Kidd's going to go to the box here for head contact. This power play this time brought to you by Ideal Concrete. Another one for the Islanders here for a chance to tie it with 2 minutes on the clock for the man advantage. Hookshorst on the draw. Wins it clean to the point to Trenum. Trenum Back for Hookshorst. Moves it across on the near side. McCacken holds the line. Stops up, drops it over. Down low for McDonald, who switches places with him. McCacken moves it across, looking for an open man, and was picked off by Griffin McCacken of the Weeks, and he dumps it down. Forens has to play it to Trenum. Trenum skating through. Dumps it into the zone. The Islanders try to establish a forecheck here. Stopped up by Serhando, clears it off the glass and out of the ice. Great play by the Weeks netminder to clear the zone on the penalty kill. Trenum picking it up. Pass on the near side, tipped in by Hunter McDonald to get the forecheck started. Sullivan looks to clear. Stopped up on the point by Trenum. Moves it down low for Fleet. Colby Fleet. Across for Carson McCacken. McCacken moves across. Trenum one-timer, and that one a bobbler of a shot. Gloved down by Sorhando for the whistle. So line change to the power play unit here. As Aiden and Kieran McDonald come on with Will Chisholm. Ellis and John Hugh McGinnis on the points. Off the draw, it's high up there, and quick shot fought off by Sorhando, but it was flummoxing as to where it was as that one moved on to the point again. John Hugh McGinnis moves it across to Ellis. Back across for McGinnis. Open side, touch play for Ellis. Shot through the screen, save, rebound chance. Fired shot by Chisholm is blocked. Clear to the point, but not out. John Hugh McGinnis. Back for Chisholm. Chisholm sweeps it down low for McDonald. Kieran McDonald on the back end. Turns and spins against Williams, who tries to take the body on him. Worked in the corner now. Just 28 seconds left to go in the power play. Worked in the corner. Looking to move that puck, and Weeks just looking to kill some more time. John Hugh McGinnis, quick shot, deflected wide as McDonald chases that down. Looking to keep them to the outside here of the Weeks. Off the boards, Ellis on the point. Escapes him out to neutral ice, and they have to reset here. So just 5 seconds left to go. They're looking to kill this one off, and they will, as Williams looks to set up a rush play out of his own zone here. If they can get a pass up the ice. Williams up on side, tipped in by McIntosh with a dump and chase. Lucas Chisholm behind the goal, checked. Swept towards the goal, blocked by Thomas McCacken. The lead pass for Aiden McDonald on the right wing side. Moves past the defender there as they look to clear off the near side wall, picked off. Davidson unable to make a play as McKenzie gains possession. Tries to sweep it through the feet of Davidson, but he blocked that. And resetting once again here as Burcham clears it on the far side. Nice play to Tanner. Tanner with a high riser of a saucer pass, caught with a high stick. Burcham fires on the point, blocker to side by Forens. In the corner, Green. Point to Burcham. Burcham moves it across. McIntosh, quick shot, that one goes wide. McIntosh in the corner. That was McKenzie with the shot from the point rather, is that one taken by Green. McCacken battling against McIntosh. Green knocked out the puck by Davidson, he looks to clear. Or McGinnis rather, that one covered up on the screen shot by Forens for the whistle, and we commence with a TV timeout before resuming play.
Today's game is fueled by Some Good, the clean, natural hydration shots trusted by athletes across Atlantic Canada. Packed with unfiltered apple cider, electrolytes, and no artificial junk, Some Good keeps you hydrated the right way, whether you're on the ice, in the gym, or cheering from the stands. It tastes unreal, it's good for you, and it supports local. Grab a Some Good and feel the difference. Hydration made simple, performance made better. Today's game is fueled by Some Good, the clean, natural hydration shots trusted by athletes across Atlantic Canada. Packed with unfiltered apple cider, electrolytes, and no artificial junk, Some Good keeps you hydrated the right way, whether you're on the ice, in the gym, or cheering from the stands. It tastes unreal, it's good for you, and it supports local. Grab a Some Good and feel the difference. Hydration made simple, performance made better.
We're back for this offensive zone face-off. Fraser on the draw, tied up there, taken here by Watt. Watt on the near side, Wall looking to gain an offensive advantage as that's one taken by McGinnis in the corner. Knocked down to the ice with some gusto there by Sullivan as he wrestles with McGinnis. Number 27's coming together. Sim tries to put it in front and Trenum with the active stick. Watt on the near side. Here comes Lex Watt moving through the middle. Dumps it on goal, so Haindale forced to play it. That one whistled down for a stoppage. Islanders with a line change before this offensive zone draw. As McCackern steps up to the plate against Fraser. Fraser with a clean win there. As McCackern looked to clear it ahead. Griffin McCackern, that is, of the Weeks. As Sullivan behind the goal, knocked off. McCackern with a hit on McCackern. That shot tipped there on the way and cleared up into the netting for a stoppage. So Haindale looked to be knocked down there. And it's going to be whistled as McCackern is going to be called on the goaltender interference there for knocking down Sir Haindale. So that's going to be a power play here for the Weeks. And so McCackern doesn't like the call, but he'll have to go to the box here for 2 minutes, and another opportunity for the Weeks now to get ahead by 2 here in the first. Well, this power play once again brought to you by Zeppelin Contractors. Weeks power play unit on the ice for 2 minutes. Off the draw, Cameron looking to pinch. Chipped ahead there by Hookshorst with that effort as Williams turns in his own zone.
Penalty for keeper in West Coast, number 18.
Lawrence Williams gathering speed in the neutral ice. Nice move to the inside. Williams skates free, holds on, skates wide. Knocks it off on the back end on the near side. Clear to the zone out to neutral ice as Cameron retrieves that. And he looks to reset for the Pictou Weeks. Now come the Weeks Majors out the zone. Fired down by McCackern on the intercept to kill some more time as the Islanders make a change to their penalty killing unit here. Is that one taken up and skated out by Nathan Kidd. Loses control of it momentarily but gathers it back in. Tried a centering pass that was blocked. Onto the point and out to neutral ice. Cameron intercepted by McGinnis as he chases it down. McGinnis, nice move, but picked off by Cameron. Good active stick there by the Weeks defender. As fired past Kidd by Trenum. Burcham behind his own goal. Power play is halfway through. They haven't been able to get anything going just yet as Burcham skates in. Burcham holds on, drops it off to Croft. Croft, he's got Kidd behind him on the point. Spins and changes places with him. Over to Kidd on the left wing side. Kidd drags and shoots, blocked by Trenum in front. Still loose. Onto the point, kept alive. As Burcham holds the line. Shoots from distance. That one deflected off the pad of Forensen wide. Still alive here for Swain to move it to Kidd. Nathan Kidd onto the point to Burcham. Burcham across. Quick shot in front by Fraser. Deflected off the stick of Forensen into the netting with 17 seconds left to go in the power play. So 17 seconds left to kill for the Islanders. They're in their own zone, however. And so the Weeks will have to act quick on this draw to leverage their advantage here for this moment in time. Is that one taken on the near side wall? McDonald battling against Croft. Croft spins. Nice pass there to Burcham to a spin move. Back to Burcham. Moves it across. Mackenzie fan on that. Moon in front. Sweeping shot by Croft off a skate. We're back to even strength here, but the Islanders still in their own zone. Here comes Fraser. Moves it across. Tried to move it anyway, but he fanned on the pass. Croft gathers it in. Back to Fraser. Fraser with the puck on a string here. Knocked off the puck finally there by Chisholm as he moved it to McDonald, unable to clear. Here come the Weeks again on the attack. Swain holds on to it. Works it down low for Fraser. Great pressure here by the Weeks in the last few shifts. On to the point. Here they come again. Across to Sullivan. Sullivan with a shot. That one on a stick and into the netting. So no shortage of action here in the first period of play. Foren's having to fight more than a couple shots there as the Weeks looked good on that power play, at least the second half of it, but unable to generate consistent pressure and getting shots were blocked by the traffic in front to get in those shooting lanes as the Islanders look to defend there on that second half of the power play, and they've killed it off. Dumping into the corner, McKenzie after it. Or McCacken rather. Wafted the body on him, and Davidson gets a hit on Sullivan in the corner. Trenum dumps it into the far corner. Davidson makes chase against McCacken. Hustles after him. Tries to take the body and wrestles him to the ground. As Isidore on the near side. Isidore moves it up. And that one chipped right into my camera area. A souvenir for myself here. And a souvenir for one of the fans there. That was a close call for me. As that was the closest puck towards my equipment so far this season. Luckily it didn't have too much velocity. And it wasn't headed for the upper regions of my head, that is. As I'm not wearing one of those cage helmets. I don't know if you can tell, but it does muffle the microphone a bit if I was to wear one of those things. As Cameron chases down in his own zone. Spins it on the near side to Williams. Williams looking to clear. Stopped up there on the move. Cameron. Outlet pass blocked off on McCacken. Finds McDonald. McDonald working in stride on the left wing side. Dances free. Tries to get it to the goal and sticked aside by Sorhando on the poke check. McDonald again tried to make a move. He was knocked off the puck by Tanner as he skates out with it now. Here comes Tanner through neutral ice. Holds on, makes a move, tries to get past McCacker, and he goes in the corner after it. McGinnis trying to take the body on him. Worked in the far corner, or near corner rather. Trying to pass it in front, picked off by Hookshorst. He looks to clear. Backhand off the wall. Bircham trying to hold that line. McIntosh there to help him out in support. Goes out to neutral ice. McKenzie. Turn it off the wall. Croft stops it up. Oh, stalemate in the neutral ice. Is that one taken here by McGinnis? He gets taken for a ride there by Frazier. As McCacken off the near side wall. Tipped towards the goal by McGinnis. Sorhando drops it to McKenzie. Off the far wall. Picked up by Tanner. Trying to drop it off. A weak pass. He gathers it in though for himself. Nice move to sidestep. The stick check by Hookshorst. Quick shot there. Blocked by Trenum. On to the point to McKenzie. Spin pass on the back end of Bircham. Bircham try to dance against Ellis. Ellis takes him for a hit there on the wall. On to the point. McKenzie turns and drops it. Frazier a drive from the point, and that went off the blocker of Florence. The reactionary save there. Another shot covered up by Florence. No rebound. As he saw that one to the screen. And gets the whistle. And both teams once again trading pressure opportunities. The pressure advantage in this second half of the first has been decidedly an advantage of the Weeks, at least with maintaining the zone pressure in these last few shifts. So far shots are 12-7 in favor of the Islanders, but the score is 1-0 for the Weeks. Pugsley below the goal line, off the board to the point. Quick shot there, deflected over the net on the near side. McCacken, he gets hauled down to the ice. On the corner to Sim. Sim looks to set up the play. Off the back end to Sullivan on the point. Sullivan walks the line. Tried a screen shot. That was blocked. Fleet chasing it down. One-on-one. Fleet. Tried it. Centering pass in front. Backhand move. He goal! What a goal! Hunter McDonald from Colby. Fleet on the rush. And it's an absolute beauty. Hunter McDonald's second goal in as many games. And the Islanders tie it at 1 here in the first. What a play. That's Hunter McDonald's team-leading 10th goal of the season, tying him with Colby Fleet for goals and extending his lead on the team point totals to 18 points in as many games so far. This being the 18th game, of course. Who knows what the totals will be by the end of this one. As we're all not up in one apiece here. Will it remain into the second period as play starts to open up here already? White on the back end, back to the forehand, dumps it into the corner. Croft in the corner. And the Weeks look to go back on the attack here in the final 3 minutes of the first. Cleared out to neutral ice. All the way down as Cameron has to chase that one. Gathers it in against McCackern. Lowers the shoulder, steps free. Nice couple of weaving moves there by Cameron as he skates to neutral ice. Drops it off for White just ahead of him. Cameron chases it down. Almost lost his handle of his stick there as Chisholm took the body on him. Croft holds on to the point. Shot from distance, sticked under the glass there by Florence on the reaction. Here's Trenum. Played neutral ice. Tip play there for Chisholm. Finds McDonald in stride. McDonald lowers the shoulder to the no. McDonald a shot. A save. Rebound chance in front. And that one blocked off. And then there's a holding call on that play as Kieran McDonald with an excellent rush there draws the penalty from Williams, who got the holding call. So the close of this one, another power play for the Islanders. Just one brought to you by Ideal Concrete. Well, 2:13 remaining in the first. 2 minutes on the clock for the power play. McDonald onto the point, moved across to Trenum. Trenum holds on, tries to feed in front. It's worked down low. Wraparound chance, so Haendel hugging the goalpost gets the whistle on the cover.
Heading in number 18, Lawrence Williams, 2 minutes for holding.
And once again, they face off in the offensive zone. 1 minute and 51 seconds remaining in the power play. Plenty of time for the Islanders to work. Aiden McDonald on the tie-up, looking to battle for it here. Fired off the point, kept alive. Great stick there by Chisholm. Moves it across to Trenum. A drive, deflected partially. McDonald another shot. Works it to Chisholm. Touch to the point to Chisholm. Move it across to Trenum. Trenum knocks it out of the air, tries to get a hold of it. Fired out of down the ice by Sim on the penalty kill. Minute 35 remaining in the opening frame. Minute 21 remaining in the power play. Trenum on the near side. Moves it ahead to Chisholm. Great reception of the pass. Finds McDonald. McDonald trying to sweep it across. Picked off and fired down the ice. As that one touches up 4 inches, drops it to Trenum. Just almost at the halfway point of the power play here as that's moved ahead by Davidson trying to make a move. Unable to gain a step there. Looking to reset as McCackern on the near side of Ellis. Ellis moving across the line, trying to feed it through to McDonald. Chops up, and Davidson unable to receive the pass effectively. That was dumped down the ice by the penalty killing unit of the Weeks. Just under a minute remaining in the first. The Islanders looking to get things set up near the close. And that one tipped on the way and out into the stands for a stoppage. And Sullivan not looking to call of us to where the face-off taking place. Hook Shorst on the draw.
Let's go, girls.
One clean, fired off the glass, and just escapes the hand of Ellis who tried to hold the line. McCackern. Davidson trying to move it ahead. He gets knocked down hard to the ice by Griffin McCackern. And it's a charging call, looks like. And it's going to go against Griffin McCackern, so a 5-on-3 advantage now for the Islanders with 35 seconds left in the period. The Islanders already having some effective zone pressure on that power play for a few moments. We'll have another advantage here for the final 35 of this first period. Once again, this power play brought to you by Ideal Concrete. This time a 5-on-3. For 22 seconds of the remaining 35 as that one tipped in below the goal line. McDonald on it. Fleet helping him out. Hunter McDonald. Chisholm digging at it. On to the point to Trenum. Holds the line barely. Not able to do so. They have to tag up. As Fleet touched that up, that's going to be whistled down the offside. And we'll reset in neutral ice. A bit of a block there for the Islanders as Going to have to act quickly to try to get it into the zone and capitalize on the closing minute here. Cochran holds on to it, looking to get a zone entry. On the near side of Colby Fleet. Fleet centering pass in front off a skate, or stick rather, fire down the ice. And with just 3 seconds remaining, that should do it for the period. So all knotted up at 1 apiece heading into that second period. And a minute 25 will remain on the power play to start the second for the Islanders. This first intermission brought to you by Ron McGilvery Cheb Buick GMC. Whether you're looking for a new or a new-to-you vehicle, Ron McGilvery Cheb Buick GMC has you covered. With a wide range of selection, amazing deals, knowledgeable and friendly staff that will get you into your dream vehicle. Visit Ron McGilvery Cheb Buick GMC and Ron McGilvery Certified Pre-Owned Center at 75 St. Andrew Street in Antigonish, or call at 902-863-2803. That's 902-863-2803. Or shop online at rmggm.com. That's rmggm.com. The Islanders would also like to extend a thank you to Zutphen Contractors and Ideal Concrete for participating in their co-branding program. In addition to being a member of the Islanders sponsorship team, they're also sponsoring tracksuits for the 2025-26 coaching staff and players. And another thank you to Nova Trophy as well for providing the Islanders players and staff with Islanders hoodies this season. So once again, 1-1 tie, going to head into that second period shortly after this intermission break to resume play. Stay tuned, folks. the Islanders and the Weeks make their way back onto the ice surface for this second period of play. Tied up at 1 apiece. Weeks goal scored in the first by number 10, Ewan White. And the tying goal near the close of the first, scored by number 15 of the Islanders, Hunter McDonald, on the assist from Colby Fleet. The Islanders putting up 17 shots up against Jared Sarhando and the Pictou Weeks, despite having a good amount of zone pressure, unable to get many shots through against the Islanders at just 7 on their side of things. So a great job, the Islanders trying to shut down those shooting lanes and keep shots to the outside, making it a lot easier for Leo Forens to do his job in between the pipes. So here we go, second period of play. See if things open up here a little more. We were already pretty run and gun in that first period, but here we go for the second. In a very three-dimensional game being played by both teams throughout these two games of this weekend. Trentham holds a line. Shot from the point. Patted aside by Sarhando. Once again, the Islanders starting the period with a power play. Lex Watt knocked to the ice with some gusto there by Bircham. As that one fired down the ice. This power play brought to you by Ideal Concrete. As that one stopped up for Trentham by Forens. As Trentham skates out with it now. Moving through neutral ice, slow space, and dumps it into the zone. Trying to get a cycle going. Sarhando picks it up. Backhand feed off the near side. Looking for his winger and swept down the ice by White. As penalty killing unit line change commences for the Pictou Weeks Majors. As that one taken out by Trentham on the near side to Will Chisholm. Will Chisholm down the left wing side. Holds on. Sweeps it in front to McDonald. Trying to make a move. Knocked off the puck and fired down by Williams. Back down it goes. Williams got a skate on that. Moves it ahead. Fleet trying to get a hold of it against Fraser. And that's going to be an offside call. Fraser just a step over the line before the puck reached him. So with just 14 seconds remaining on the power play, and the face-off just outside of the Islanders zone, the Weeks with a slight advantage on this penalty kill to try to kill it off, as Fraser wastes no time and chops it right off the draw into the zone, and Ellis has to reset for the Islanders as he skates out in front of his own goal. On the near side, Hunter McDonald, touch play for Thomas McCackern, back over to Ellis in stride. Here comes Ellis down the right wing side, holds on, sweeps it across, looking for Fleet. It was just behind him, not quite in his wheelhouse. He puts it down low. We're back to even strength. Thomas McCackern on the point, moves it across. Here's Ellis, a drive, and a glove saved by Sarhando as he saw that one through the screen. This second period of play brought to you by West Nova Fuels. Worry-free home heating, oil and propane delivered proudly by local experts. Comforting your family is our priority at West Nova Fuels. So back to even strength here. Colby Fleet takes his place at the draw here against Ewan Sim. Off the draw, Fraser picks it up, looks to make a move in the defensive zone, knocked off the puck. Then McDonald a drive, and that one over the shoulder of Sarhando, but over the net as well. As that's off the far side wall, picked off here by Ellis, trying to get a hold of it. Swept on the near side. McCackern retrieves that, sweeps it into the zone. Stopped up by Sarhando, not stopped up, it went past him. As McDonald looks to get after it. Battling there against Sim is Fleet. McDonald keeps it alive, looking for Hunter down low. Hunter with a stick check there, unable to gain possession. Pugsley with an out lead pass for Ewan Sim on the left wing. Sim back to Pugsley. Pugsley in front. Look for a one-timer. There was Fraser in a collision there with the goaltender by his own man. And McDonald heavy on the back check. Almost took Forens out of the play. And Forens with a modest equipment adjustment there, as he goes for a skate to set up for this draw. White on the draw. Trentham jumped up on the play trying to clear it. Gets back below his goal line to try to chip it off the wall. Croft trying to intercept that. Chisholm on the near side wall. Moves it ahead for Jack McGinnis down the left wing side. Quick shot there, blocked, and painfully so by McKenzie as he Looks to adjust his right leg after that one. Another shot, and he blocks another one. My goodness, McKenzie shaking up here as he's blocked 2 shots. Another play in front, and that one finally covered up. Look at the guts of McKenzie as he slowly makes his way back to the bench in quite a bit of discomfort after blocking 2 shots, both which found places where there wasn't much equipment. That's a tough shift for number 26 for the Weeks. And he gets a much-needed breather on the bench to try to settle back into the game. Here they come again to the Pictou Weeks, sliding across to Tanner. Tanner a shot, and that one well past the blocker side. On the point, Sullivan across for McCackern. Griffin McCackern looking for a tip on the way from Isanor. Unable to get a stick on that as here comes Trenum on the far side trying to clear. That goes all the way down past Sullivan. Hustling after is Davidson. Look at get the churning, burning legs going for Davidson. A hard hit on the wall. As that one fired off. Davidson's a very intimidating character to see churning towards you with those legs flying here and there. And he's got nothing but bad intentions going after you in the corner on that forecheck. Half the battle is mental when you see him coming towards you. Is that one on the far side, turning with it as Williams. Intercepted by Chisholm. Chisholm a shot, and that one sails over the goal. Got a little too much air on that one as puck was on edge and unable to settle it down for a shot on goal. As that one taken here by Williams in stride. Williams drags it to the outside. Holds on, turns. Nice spin move by Williams. Hold on to the puck. He's got it on a string. Slides it to Tanner, and he was intercepted. Here comes McDonald. One-on-one. He's got McCackern with him. McDonald trying to drag move, knocked off by Cameron. And here come Pictou the other way. 3-on-2. Here they come. Moved across to Williams. Williams back in front. Unable to get the shot away. There was Cameron. As McDonald stops it up on the far side. Clears it on the near side dump to neutral ice. Cameron picks it up and looks to re-enter the zone. Hookshore stops him up and looks to clear it. Unable to do so. Cameron holds it. Finds White. White. Quick shot and off a stick into the netting for a stoppage in play. And plenty of back and forth to start this second period. And in last night's contest, it took that until that second period for things to really start to open up offensively, and it was the Islanders with the majority of those goals within that phase, getting to a 5-0 lead by the third. But so far it looks to be hard pressed to open up here, although there's been plenty of chances back and forth. So White on the draw against Hookshorst in the offensive zone. Hookshorst wins it to the corner to Ellis. Ellis off the wall. Out to neutral ice. Chopped at there. Delayed offside. Ellis moves to neutral ice. He's not got much time and space, but he weaves his way through and dumps it in. Chases after it himself. Jonah Ellis finds Hookshorst. Ellis knocked to the ice there, and here come Pictou the other way. Swaying on the far side, or near side rather. He gets checked hard by Davidson. Stays on his feet though and gets back into the play. Behind the goal, Ellis. Off the wall to Watt. Watt hit hard there by White and knocked to the ice. And a roar of approval there from the Pictou Weeks bench as physical play starting to ramp up here in the second. Ellis finds Watt. Watt knocks it off to Hookshorst. Hookshorst chips it past the defense and chases it down on the forecheck against McKenzie. Finds Davidson. Davidson in front, picked off there on the back check by Frazier. Got the stick on that. Intercepted by Chisholm. Nice couple moves by Chisholm in stride. Sweeping it in off a skate, and that's an offside call against the Islanders. Face off in neutral ice just outside of the Pictou Weeks zone. It's Aiden McDonald on the draw against Sim. Sim wins it to Pugsley on the chip play and dumps it into the zone. Pugsley behind the goal looking to make a play. McDonald on the back check looking to clear it. Cleared to neutral ice. McCackern dumps it back in the zone. And Thomas McCackern gathers it in on the far side corner. Off the backboards to Lucas Chisholm. Chisholm on the near side wall. Hunter McDonald trying to get a stick on that. McCacken fires it down and had it off to the glass by Forrest. And McCacken's lost a stick. Here comes Fraser. A shot off the outside of the goal post and into the corner. Another shot from the point. That one deflected by Chisholm on the block attempt into the netting. Oh, Nathan Kidd on the draw here against McCacken. Picked up here, moved across to Cameron. Cameron on the point. On the open side, quick shot, deflected over the net. Through the screen, Nathan Kidd off the draw. Or off the sidewall to Cameron, back to Kidd. Great pressure here by Pictou in the second. Quick drive, stick to side by Forrest off to the glass. Unable to clear the Islanders just yet. John Hugh McGinnis with some physical play in the corner to try to work that puck free. Moved across on the near side of Cameron. Cameron. Kidd on the far side wall. Islanders looking to clear. McGinnis tried a chip play, knocked off the puck, and Carson McCacken not able to gather that in. Jack McGinnis off the wall down the ice for the dump and chase as Carson McCacken gets after it. Heads up play by Serhando, finds the D-man and out to neutral ice to White. Hard hit there on the glass by McGinnis as White and McGinnis exchange blows. And it looks like McGinnis is going to get the call here. And it's a head contact penalty going against Jack McGinnis, so a power play once again. This time brought to you by Zephyr Contractors, and it's going for the Weeks here as they will look to gain a step and a go-ahead goal here in the second on the power play. Now power play unit on the ice for the Pictou Weeks Majors. Croft on the draw. Forrest gets his helmet reset in between the pipes and off the tie-up. Fraser gathers it in onto the point to Bircham. Bircham moves it across. Give and go. Across to Fraser. Fraser a shot blocked by Trenum. Fraser turns once again with it. Great setup here. Played off. Close call there. Fraser on the point. Holds the line. Moves it across to the middle for Croft. Croft turns with it. Holds on. Steps past Chisholm in the corner. Croft again behind the goal. Goes for a skate. Croft across to Fraser. Fraser moves it across again off a skate and out of the zone. McDonald chases it down against Bircham, trying to catch him by surprise. McDonald after Bircham. Hounding him there on the forecheck. Bircham works behind the goal. Finds Fraser. And this one a 4-minute double minor there to Jack McGinnis for the head contact. So quite a bit of time to kill for the Islanders. Is that one on the point? Move it across. So plenty of time for the Pictou Weeks Majors to go to work on the power play here. Is that one on the point? Cameron looking to reset and settle things down. Croft side steps, holds on, looks to speed it in front. That one off a body in front. Cameron holds on the far side point. Saucer pass across to Croft. Caught a stick, but he gathers it in. Williams now. Back to Croft. We're going to set it up. Croft to drive, looking for a tip in front, and Pugsley unable to clear it towards the goal. Cameron now. Set it in front to Fraser, a shot, and that one blocked. Islanders once again doing a good job of getting in the shooting lanes. Down low. Pugsley is to the side and found nobody in particular, but it's still on the point. Cameron holds the line. Pictou once again with great pressure here. Moves it across, open side shot off a blocker. Great save by Forrest into the netting for a stoppage. Forrest being tested here in the second. As these last few shifts, it's been all Pictou Weeks to try to gain that go-ahead goal. And great puck movement on the power play so far. And still plenty of time left to work at 2:11 on the clock for the man advantage. Brought to you, of course, by Zephyr Contractors. Moved ahead, McCacken off the back wall, finds his man, and shoveled down by McCacken. Pass on the near side to Williams. Williams skates in. Drops it off. Down low is Sim. Sim centering in to Kidd. Tries to shimmy and shake against McDonald. Here comes Nathan Kidd. Holds on, shoots, and that one sails over the goal. Looking to pick that top corner. Walker side. Davidson hustling after. Look at him go. Hard hit on the wall by Davidson. He really knows how to pump those legs as he gets after on the back check as well as Cameron looks to make a dipsy-do. Great hustle there by Davidson. Two-way play by number 47. Justice run and gun on the back check as he is on the forecheck. Is that one taken by Cameron on the near side. Drops it to Nathan Kidd. Still on the power play here for another minute and 7 seconds here as it's dumped in below the goal line for Cameron. Cameron out behind the goal on the far side point now. Sim down low. Great pressure once again by the Weeks. Unable to get things through the shot. Pass in front. Unable to pull the trigger was Williams as it wasn't exactly in his wheelhouse enough to get a shot away. On the point once again to Cameron. Cameron down for Williams. Williams tried to sweep it on goal. He fanned on it, but it's on to the point to Cameron once again. And now Islanders still hemmed into their own zone here on the penalty kill. Cameron moves it across. Kidd on the point. Hounded there. Finally escapes from neutral ice. And Pictou forced to reset here. Cameron near side to Kidd. Hit by McDonald and looks like a too many men on the ice penalty here against the Pictou Weeks as Hunter McDonald gets into the mix against Nathan Kidd.
Alec McDonald Construction, Alameda Sports Center, Alameda St. Louis Blues, Andrew McDonald.
And so the rest of the power play has been nullified here.
Buffalo, New York, the Fraser Bailey, Matt Freshman, McDonald and Murphy Incorporated, Nickel Signs and Engraving.
And we will commence with a TV timeout here.
Today's game is fueled by Some Good, the clean, natural hydration shots trusted by athletes across Atlantic Canada. Packed with unfiltered apple cider, electrolytes, and no artificial junk, Some Good keeps you hydrated the right way, whether you're on the ice, in the gym, or cheering from the stands. It tastes unreal, it's good for you, and it supports local. Grab a Some Good and feel the difference. Hydration made simple, performance made better. Today's game is fueled by Some Good, the clean, natural hydration shots trusted by athletes across Atlantic Canada. Packed with unfiltered apple cider, electrolytes, and no artificial junk, Some Good keeps you hydrated the right way, whether you're on the ice, in the gym, or cheering from the stands. It tastes unreal, it's good for you, and it supports local. Grab a Some Good and
we are back. Offensive zone draw here for Carson McCacker to step up to the plate. Well, 28 seconds remaining for 4-on-4 action here. A little more time and space for the skill to be put on display here. Is that one taken by Bircham off the draw? Moved on the near side to McKenzie in stride. McKenzie down the wing. Stops up. Looking to find Bircham on the far side point and off a skate down the ice again. They look to reset. And now the Islanders with a chance on the power play for a minute 30. That one down the ice. Lucas Chisholm drops it off for Sam Trenum. Trenum behind his own goal. Near side pass for Lucas Chisholm just ahead of him. All the way down for an icing call against the Islanders. And this power play brought to you by Ideal Concrete. Islanders in their own zone for this face-off. We're going to get things up the ice quickly for an advantage and get the puck moving in the offensive zone. Off the draw. Here come the Islanders. Moved ahead to Will Chisholm in stride. Will Chisholm down the left wing side. Steps past McKenzie. McCacken rather took him for a hit. And here comes Tanner trying to get past the defense and catch Chisholm sleeping as he dumps it into the zone to reset the forecheck. Sorhando near side of McCacken off a stick. Chisholm fires it towards the goal, but that goes wide on the short side. Escapes out to neutral ice. Reset to Chisholm. Chisholm dumps it into the zone. Far side, McCacken unable to get a stick on that, and Hookshorts blocked the clearing attempt, however, so Islanders maintain pressure. Just 34 seconds left to go in the man advantage. Left in front, Tanner blocks that pass and dumps it down the ice to kill some more time. Trenham gathers it in with just 23 seconds left to go in the advantage. They have to get it up the ice here if they want to capitalize on this. Here's Trenham skating out. Dumps it on goal to Sorhaindo. Swept there, intercepted by Colby Fleet. Down low, back to Fleet from McDonald. Fleet holds on, skates free, waits and shoots, and that one blockered aside by Sorhaindo, and a clear down the ice by the Pictou defense. Will expire the power play back to even strength as Elvis works behind the goal. 5-on-5 now. Near side, Thomas McCacker, an outlet pass, taken in stride by Hunter McDonald down the right wing. Drops it off, and he dropped it to Ewan Sim of the opposition as the Weeks move ahead. Moved across to Fraser, and he's well offside for stoppage in play. A face-off neutral ice just outside of the Islanders zone. Cameron off the draw, moves it across to Williams, back to Cameron. Cameron fires it on goal to Forrence, who plays it to McCackern. McCackern, near side McDonald, try to nifty play between his legs, moves it across to Fleet, off his skating into the zone, and he had gained the center ice line, so no icing on the play. Williams, check there by McDonald. Move behind the goal, Aiden McDonald chases after it. Nice move by McDonald, unable to get past Cameron though, he was wiser to that. Ellis with a shot from a sharp angle, goes into the corner. Fleet on the point to McCacken, moves it across for Ellis. Ellis dumps it around for the Islanders to start the cycle once more. Here's McDonald onto the point to Ellis. Ellis holds on, shoots from the point, tipped wide. Close call there for Sorhaindo. Here they come again, 60 minutes remaining in the second. McCacken moves it across to Ellis. Ellis a drive through a screen, that one over. And Hunter McDonald knocked down up high in front. And that's going to draw a penalty here. And McDonald gathers himself on the bench after that play. So another power play for the Islanders here. This one brought to you by Zutphen Contractors. And it's a 4-minute double minor. So after the Islanders killed off that double minor for Pictou, they'll have one of their own here to try to capitalize and get the go-ahead goal here in the second. Fired off the wall and just escapes Trenham as he has to chase it down. Stopped it by Florence to Trenham. Sam Trenham plays it over to McCacken. McCacken on the near far side for Watt. Cleared down the ice by the penalty killers for Pictou. And that one goes down to the zone. Stopped up once again by Florence for Trenham. Sam Trenham. Pass on the near side of Chisholm. Chisholm sweeps it across. And that one out to neutralize again. A foot race for it here as McIntosh looked to catch Trenham by surprise. Dumped in past Sullivan. Stopped up by Sorhaindo behind the goal. Sorhaindo looks to clear. On to the point. Ellis holds the line. Moves it across on the near side and nobody there. Fired down by White as Ellis picks it up. First minute of the double minor has been killed off. Here comes Ellis. Moved across to McDonald. McDonald drags it in. Holds on. Hunter McDonald stops up. Drops it off and sets things up. Ellis on the point. Moves it across. Fleet centering pass from McDonald. Picked up by Ellis on the point. Almost overskated it, but gathers it in. Moves it across to near side to McDonald, and he moved it over the neutral zone ice line as the Islanders have to reset here. Outlet pass blocked by Sim. McDonald turns with it now. Aiden McDonald. Not much space in that neutral ice to try to set up a rush here. And great forechecking pressure on the penalty kill once more by the Pictou Weeks as the Islanders gather it in, look to reset. 2:15 remaining in the power play. Fleet tips that one into the zone. And that one whistled down on the icing call. Face-off in the offensive zone now for the Pictou Weeks on the penalty kill still. 2:11 remaining in that bid. This power play, of course, brought to you by Zephyr Contractors. He's looking to gain a step here as McDonald. Hounded there by Pugsley as that's on the far side to Fleet. Colby Fleet down the wing, trying to dance against Sullivan, unable to do so. That just worked on the near side, looking to hold the line as McDonald chips it in and past Isanor. Isanor gathers it in and clears it out to neutral ice. And Ellis has to reset here. Jonah Ellis moves out through neutral ice, fires into the zone for the dump and chase, stopped up by Sorhaindo for McCacken rather. Here's Watt below the goal line, works behind. On to the point to Trenum, Sam Trenum. Near side for McDonald. Hunter McDonald for Sam Trenum. Trenum looking to work it free. McDonald unable to pull the trigger. As there's work to Watt. Watt back for Trenum across to McDonald. Hunter McDonald waits. Slides it free to Watt. Down low again. Moved in front. Unable to get the shot away. Worked on the near side and McDonald has to skate it down neutral ice and reset once more. Just 1 minute remaining in the double minor. Hookshaw's chasing it down here against McCacken. Hard outlet off the glass and down. Really a tight defensive battle here in the second period of play. Hookshaw's tries to gain a step. Slides it free, trying to find McCacken, unable to receive that pass. It was slightly ahead of him and was unable to chase it down as here comes Trenum behind his own goal. Oh, handed there! Take away by Kidd, and a backhand shot was stopped by Forens. Close call, and he draws the penalty on that effort. Great play by Nathan Kidd to draw the penalty there. And now Sam Trenum has to go to the box. And so 34 seconds remaining now in a 4-on-4 situation before the Weeks will go on the power play of their own from that penalty to Trenum. Croft steps up to the plate against McCacken in the offensive zone. 4-on-4 hockey. McCacken turns, drops it off to Ellis. Ellis turns behind his own goal. He's hounded as well by Kidd. Kidd with a head of steam here in the offensive zone. He gets knocked to the ice by Ellis with some gusto as well. I've said that a couple times. I have to switch up my adjectives here. That one taken out to neutral ice. Chisholm moves wide, holds on the off wing, turns with it. Tries to lower the shoulder there as he dumps it down low for McCacken. Out in front and just out of the wheelhouse of McCacken. Ellis hit there by Kidd. And Nathan Kidd gets called on a charge here for that hit. After drawing the penalty, he takes another penalty of his own here. And so that will allow another minute 24 of 4-on-4 here as Trenum stays in the box as well. Minute 24 on his penalty and 2 minutes on the most recent penalty to Nathan Kidd, resulting in a minute 24 of 4-on-4 hockey to ensue here. McGinnis holds the line, tries to dump it in off a skate onto the point. Fleet. Saucer pass in front. Great active stick there by Cameron on defense to stop that up. Here comes Cameron. Gaining some speed there, tries to drop it off. Ewan Sim, leading scorer of the league here, tries to move it on the near side to Fraser, and Fleet has to chase it down. Colby Fleet, behind his own goal, drops it off, and Thomas McCacken gathers that in. There's a minute 15 remaining here in the second frame. Pass on the near side of John McGinnis. He moves on his off wing now. And he cleared it into his own bench. That'll be a stoppage. A face-off coming in neutral ice here just outside of the Islanders' zone. Picked off the draw. Tanner gets a cross-check there from Kieran McDonald and looks back to the referee, but he's not going to get a call.
Less than a minute remaining in the second period.
On the far side for Lucas Chisholm. Chisholm dumps it in the corner, stopping it up is Sorhaindo. Just under a minute remaining here in the second. Outlet pass. Stopped up by Frazier, looking to find his man. Here comes Kieran McDonald, trying to work it on the far side for Jake McGinnis, and unable to get a step on that. Here they come again. Pictou Weeks. Tanner moving through neutral ice. Weaving his way through, trying to get towards the goal. Stopped up by Ellis as he clears it. McKenzie stops that in neutral ice. McDonald, the hit on McKenzie on the wall. Chisholm. McKenzie takes him for a ride, knocks him to the ice with a couple healthy pushes there afterwards. Tanner, hit there by Kieran McDonald. Ellis, near side for Hunter McDonald. McDonald, hard outlet across, finds Kieran. Shot there, patted aside by Serhando. And that'll do it here for the second period of play. Still tied up at 1 apiece to head into the third. So anything can happen from here on out. Stay tuned for the third period of play, folks. This second intermission brought to you, as always, by Ron McGilvery Cheb Buick GMC. Whether you're looking for a new or a new-to-you vehicle, Ron McGilvery Cheb Buick GMC has you covered. The wide range of selection, amazing deals, knowledgeable and friendly staff that will get you into your dream vehicle. Visit Ron McGilvery Cheb Buick GMC and Ron McGilvery Certified Pre-Owned Center at 75 St. Andrews Street in Antigonish, or call at 902-863-2803. That's 902-863-2803, or shop online at rmggm.com. That's rmggm.com. The Islanders would also like to extend a thank you to Zepfin Contractors and Ideal Concrete for participating in their co-branding program. In addition to being a member of the Islanders sponsorship team, they're also sponsoring tracksuits for the 2025 coaching staff and players. And also a special thank you to Nova Trophy for providing the Islanders players and staff with Islanders hoodies this season. So make sure to stay tuned for that third period of play, folks, coming at you live in just a few moments. And the Islanders and the Weeks Majors making their way back onto the ice surface for this third period of regulation. Well, the next goal will likely prove to be a big one in this contest moving forward. 20 minutes on the clock for the remainder of the regulation play. Will either team be able to break through here in the third? We'll find out shortly. Off the draw, taken by the Weeks right away. Knocked off the penalty box area as Trenum goes to pick that up. Sam Trenum, near side, trying to get a hold of it there as Hookshores. As Trenum, hard collision there with Sim in neutral ice. As that one picked up clear into the zone, that'll be an icing call to start things off against the Weeks. Face off in the offensive zone for the Islanders. Off the draw, worked in the corner. Hookshaw's trying to get a step. Davidson knocks it to the point to Trenum. Quick drive, blockered into the netting by Sorhaindo for a stoppage in play. Hookshore on the draw. Up against Nathan Kidd. Off the tie-up, McDonald looking to work in the corner for it. Kidd on the back check. Off the far side wall, Tanner picks it up, moves it on the near side to Bircham. Bircham skating to neutral ice. Gains a step, holds on the back end. Bircham turning. Onto the point, Davidson trying to clear that free. Held alive by Nathan Kidd. Turning in, avoids a hit. Out to neutral ice, picked up here by the Weeks. Out they skate, intercept, tipped into the zone by Kidd on the dump and chase as Trenum gains a step behind his own goal and sweeps it on the side there to Carson McCacken, who steps in through neutral ice. Carson McCacken drag move and a shot, and he left the puck behind, and it's taken by Tanner now. Tanner working through neutral ice, trying to work it free. Knocked off the puck by McGinnis, who dumps it in. So Hendo stops that up and covers for a stoppage in play. Carson McCacken on the draw. Taking on the point to Ellis. Ellis tries to drive towards the goal. Knocked in front by Cameron. Off the far side wall. Isanor chasing it down against Ellis. Ellis holds on. Check there. McGinnis on it. He tries to clear. Onto the point. Kept alive now. Cameron unable to get it past McCacken as he dumps it into the zone. Williams on the near side. Williams steps free, holds on. Throw the goal, pass in front, and it's off a stick, and McIntosh chases it down. Checked there by McGinnis. Comes another chance, worked in front, and Pugsley unable to get a centering pass off as that one goes all the way down, and so Hendo stops it up for Cameron. Cameron, pass on the near side, Isanor tips it into the zone as Johnny McGinnis gathers that in. McGinnis, saucer pass, knocked down by Sullivan. Swain on it now, sweeps into the zone. Close defensive contest here. Johnny McGinnis on the far side, picked up by Hunter McDonald. Chips it out to neutral ice. Colby Fleet with a stick check. McDonald gains a step. Here's Aiden McDonald down the wing. Colby Fleet there to help him out. Good battle for it here. Work down low, looking to center it in front. McCacken picks that up. Griffin McCacken. Near side to Green. Green finds Kidd. Nathan Kidd in stride. Stepping free. Holds on. What a move. Shot. And that went off a stick into the netting for a stoppage. Nathan Kidd on the draw against Aiden McDonald in the offensive zone. Off the draw, picked up on the point by Swain, moves it across to McKenzie. Cycles it down low for Green, past him. Swain picks it up on the near side wall. Colby Fleet in stride. Stops it up, turns, and backhands it into the zone for a dump and chase as McKenzie makes chase against McDonald. McKenzie, head fake there. Stopped up by Fleet. Fleet trying to work it down low. Nice move by McKenzie. Moves it on the right wing there for Swain. Swain knocked off the puck. McKenzie holds on to it. Drag move, unable to get the shot away against Chisholm. Here comes Swain on the far side. Swain onto the point to McKenzie. McKenzie stick checked, and here comes Hunter McDonald. 1-on-1. Holds on, tries to drag it through, and unable to get a shot away. And it's taken by Pictou now. Swain on it. Drops it off. Here comes Nathan Kidd down the wing. Moves to the outside. McKidd lowers the shoulder. Backhand shot off the side of the goal. Looking to go short side. Will Chisholm now. Try to clear. Taken by McCackern. Thomas McCackern. Hard outlet all the way down. Chasing it down to beat the icing is Chisholm, and he does so. Pass in front. Knocked off by Frazier. Frazier gains a step and moves out to neutral ice. Gets it free to Pugsley in the corner. Pugsley stops up. Onto the point, picked off there by Chisholm. Will Chisholm drops it off for Watt. Here comes Lex Watt down the left wing side. Holds on, tries to work it free. Knocked off the puck by Cameron. Cameron in the corner, finds his man there in Williams. Williams on the near side, past Sim. Didn't get a stick on that. And that'll be an icing here against Pictou Weeks. Lance Hookshorse on the draw against Ewan Sim, rather. And a false start to that draw. We'll have to reset. Taken there. Moved off the boards. Taken up by Ellis. Ellis tries to move it towards the goal. Tied up in front and picked off there. Here they come the Weeks. Cameron holds on. Steps free, tries to put it in front. A chance here, shot tipped on goal and off the pad of Forrence. Worked behind the goal now. Pugsley. Shot from a sharp angle, blocked in front. As Sim is down. Here comes Chisholm on the near side for Watt. Unable to get a stick on that. Sullivan chases it down. Up against Watt. Watt on the forecheck. Unable to get a pass as Cameron dumps it out. Not out, excuse me. Ellis holds the line, skates in and shoots. Blocked. Fearlessly there by Sullivan. Another pass in front. Goes to the blue paint. Chisholm on the point. Shot from the point. Deflected wide. Ellis now. Good pressure by the Islanders. Another shot blocked by Sullivan again. Great defensive effort by the Weeks captain as that's moved out here by Kidd. Trying to dance there against Ellis. Unable to get past him as Ellis dumps it back in. Gets a line change for the Islanders. Here comes McCackern. Griffin McCackern. Straight line pass there for Croft. He resets. Croft on the near side for Griffin McCackern. McCackern holds on. Moves it there for Kidd. Kidd a shot deflected wide. Chopping at it is Davidson trying to get it past the defense. As that goes out to the neutral ice. Not quite though. Croft keeps it alive and dumps it in the corner now. Trenton behind the goal. Chops it for Kieran McDonald. He leaves it there for Chisholm who dumps it in. Sorhando off the backhand feed. Here comes Tanner now. Tanner holds on, backhand, saucer passing to Beauty, tipped in by Bircham. Onto the stick of Florence, he finds Chisholm. Chisholm up the wall. Davidson tips it into the zone. Great play by Davidson, no icing there. As here they come again, Kieran McDonald holds on, moves to the point, escapes the hands of Jonah Ellis as he has to reset. Across to McCackern. McCackern. Back again, Bircham now. Bertram finds Kidd in stride. Nathan Kidd holds on, waits, takes, and he sails that pass the glove hand side. All the way down to neutral ice. Reset here for McKenzie. McKenzie against McDonald rather. Moves it across here. Out comes Williams now skating through neutral ice. Leaving his way wide. Shot there for short angle. He scores! What a play by Williams. And the Weeks take the lead here in the third with a quick strike. And that's 2-1 for the visitors. That's a play you see sometimes in the NHL that look to bank it off the mask of the goaltender. Combines a skill play with a greasy play at the same time somehow, and that one flummoxes Leo Forens to give Pictou the lead here, and that's a huge goal at this stage of the game in what it's been a very close defensive contest. Here they come again. Cameron setting free, holds on, shoots. Glove saved by Forens.
This is by number 19, Jaden Croft, and number 28, Nathan Kidd.
Oh, tough call there for the Islanders. They played so well all game long. And you had to know going into this third period at a 1-1 score, that next goal was going to be big. Will it be enough, though? The Islanders looking to bounce back and tie things up as a lead pass picked off by Cameron. Let's see if the Weeks can shut things down defensively, as they'll likely not look to sit on the laurels here at a 1-goal lead and try to extend that if they can, to give themselves some breathing room, as that's on the near side. Off the wall by Sullivan, tipped by McIntosh into the zone. Into the corner, John McGinnis picks that out. Off the wall, touch play, picked off there by McIntosh. McIntosh tries to find his man and Swain on the point. Quick shot, deflected, save made by Forens. Johnny McGinnis trying to clear. Great pressure once again by the Weeks now, as they see the end in sights here and try to get their foot on the gas pedal and make an insurance here. Still plenty of hockey left to play during the halfway point of the third. Just a 1-goal hockey game. McIntosh on the near side. Skates in. Holds on in a quick drive. Looking for a tip on the way from Frazier, but that went wide. Frazier on it. Trying to battle there against McDonald. Hard hit by Frazier on McDonald on the wall. Trying to gain a step there on that loose puck. Near side. And McIntosh unable to get a tip there. And he was able to get a tip, in fact, according to the officials. That's no icing there as McGinnis dumps it in. Sorhando stops it up. Davidson hustling after it. Back down the ice. Isn't all going to beat the icing here? He does so. Working in the corner. Great play by number 24. He's knocked to the ice there. Taken free by Pugsley. Skating on the back end. Holds onto it. Dumps it into the corner. Chases down for the cycle play. Pugsley turns. Slides it to Bertram on the point. Bertram a shot. Through a screen all the way. And wide. Green on it. McDonald looking to clear. Islanders hemmed in their own zone at the halfway point of the third here. Chop play in front. Patted aside there, and a delayed penalty on the play here. And that's a boarding call. It's going to go against Thomas McCackern. And so this power play brought to you by Ideal Concrete, with a chance to get some breathing room on the power play with a goal opportunity for the Pictou Weeks Majors here. Off the draw, picked up by Ellis. Clears it off the glass. Funny hop out to Chisholm. Chisholm knocked off the puck momentarily, but he dumps it down the ice. As that one stopped up by Sorhando behind the goal to Cameron. Looking to reset for Pictou. Jack Cameron. On the right wing side for Williams. Williams gains a step. Makes a couple moves. Stops up at the blue line. Give and go for Williams. Back for Cameron. Moves it across to Kidd. Nathan Kidd holds on. Back across for Williams. Back for Kidd on the point. Touch play for that Simba shot, and that went off a deflection wide. Williams. Back for Kidd. Great puck movement here on the power play by the Weeks. Cameron across for Williams. Williams drags and shoots, and that one sails over the glove hand side. McDonald chips it out of the zone and gets her a line change on the penalty kill. Still a minute remaining here on the man advantage for the Weeks. As Cameron works out in front of his own goal. Sidesteps the forecheck of McCackern. As here he comes again. Steps in over the line, holds onto it. Puck on a string, dumps into the zone. Cleared down out to neutral zone ice. Foot race forward as McCackern looks again to step against Cameron. And he touches it up. That one whistled with a high stick. And we commence with the TV timeout here.
Today's game is fueled by Some Good, the clean, natural hydration shots trusted by athletes across Atlantic Canada. Packed with unfiltered apple cider, electrolytes, and no artificial junk, Some Good keeps you hydrated the right way, whether you're on the ice, in the gym, or cheering from the stands. It tastes unreal, it's good for you, and it supports local. Grab a Some Good and feel the difference. Hydration made simple, performance made better. Today's game is fueled by Some Good, the clean, natural hydration shots trusted by athletes across Atlantic Canada. Packed with unfiltered apple cider, electrolytes, and no artificial junk, Some Good keeps you hydrated the right way, whether you're on the ice, in the gym, or cheering from the stands. It tastes unreal, it's good for you, and it supports local. Grab a Some Good and feel the difference. Hydration made simple, performance made better.
And we're back. Offensive zone draw for the Islanders. You're looking to tie things up just over the halfway point. Short-handed, however, of course. 41 seconds remaining in the penalty. The boarding call to McCackern. Bertram takes it behind his own goal. Holds on, moves it on the far side for Pugsley. Pugsley, outlet play. Moved across. Good give and go. Great puck movement once again on display in the third here. Fired down the ice. Quite a bit more confidence on display with the puck movement for the Weeks after they got that go-ahead goal. As that one taken by McCackern. Very defensively responsible team, the Pictou Weeks. I know if they can get a lead, they can defend it well and extend it if they can. Croft on it. Into the corner, drops it off to McKenzie. McKenzie moves it across. Shot there, blocked in front there by McGinnis as he looks to clear it down to Jake McGinnis. Touch play there, trying to find McCackern, and it just passed him as McKenzie gains a step on the defensive side of things behind the goal. Ellis looking to hold the line, does so. Great play by Jonah Ellis on the point. Moves wide, pass in front, deflected there, and the net knocked off its moorings by Sorhando as that one cleared all the way down. Icing call against the Weeks. They're protesting that one, but well, face up in the offensive zone. We're back to even strength here. 5-on-5 hockey for the next while. Colby Fleet on the draw. Finds McDonald. Hunter McDonald trying to sweep it out front. That went off the back of the net and into the corner. McKenzie. Good check by Hookshorst in the corner, trying to take him for a ride. Good battle there in the far corner. Picked off by Tanner. Tanner on the back end. Finds Sullivan in stride. Sullivan chips it on the glass into the zone and takes a hit from Ellis for good measure. Tanner works it in the corner. Chisholm trying to get after it. Tanner behind the goal. Tanner turns. Stick check there by Fleet, forced out to the neutral zone. He has to reset as he saucers it over for Sullivan. Give and go with Tanner. Look at the weaving moves there by Tanner. Here he comes in down the off wing, trying to center it in front. Down for Kidd, Nathan Kidd. Fleet chasing it down, he picks it up. Slides it out to Hunter McDonald. McDonald checked hard on the wall, picked off by Tanner as he skates out with it. Tanner dumps it into the zone. Great shift for number 8 there. Effective on both sides of the puck. As Ellis. Far side for McDonald. McDonald off the side wall. Watt looking to chase it down. Kidd steps in. avoids a hit, slides a pass ahead, and a great one there for Croft, but he's unable to pull the trigger. 6:45 remaining here in the third. Intercepted by Sim on that outlet pass. As the leading goal scorer in the league looks to make some creative things happen in the offensive zone. Picked off here. Out comes Watt. Lex Watt down the wing, trying to chip it past the defense. Finds Davidson. Davidson backhand shot, looking for a sharp angle deflection off the goalie of his own there. But his bid unable to cash in. .6:27 remaining here in the final period of regulation. 26-15 are the shots in favor of the Islanders. Despite that, Victor Weeks able to capitalize on those chances in just one more number than the Islanders here so far, and they are defending that one-goal lead with some offensive pressure of their own to try to extend it here in the third. It's swept in front for Sim. Sim on the back end working against McCackern. McCackern in the corner, trying to get a hold of that puck. Spun in by Frazier and taken in by John Hugh McGinnis. Couple of nice moves in his own zone. McGinnis works his way in and dumps it off the glass hard into the offensive zone as Williams gets a hit there. Davidson tries to find the point man of McCackern, but it's picked off here. Now out come the Weeks the other way. Croft moving in. Holds on, a quick shot, blocked aside by Forrence. Working in, holding on to the top of the circle. Out the play for Watt. Watt finds Aiden McDonald down the left wing side. Quick shot, well, goes wide. Another chance. And that picked off defensively. Islanders looking to pick their shots here and try to beat Sorhando, who's been perfect but for one goal on that nice backhand move by McDonald earlier in the game. As that one taken here. Outlet play, looking to bring Isidore free. He's in on a breakaway. Isidore shot, and that one blocked aside by by Forrence in goal. Big save by the Islanders netminders. Another shot, and that one stopped by him as well. Great action here in the third. Goaltending's been such a factor in this contest. As here comes Ellis. Holds on. Jonah Ellis dumps it in. McKenzie on it after it. Chisholm dumps it around on the near side as Kieran McDonald makes chase. Islanders start the cycle. Just under the 5-minute remaining mark here in the third. Chisholm on it, centering it onto the point. Here's a chance, and a great save with the knob of the stick there by Sorhando. Clears it into the netting. There's 4:27 remaining. Time starting to wind down here for the Islanders. Will the Weeks be able to hang on for the win? Can the Islanders tie things up and force overtime here? Fleet. On the draw to Ellis. Ellis sweeps it down for Hookshorst in front of the net. Shot. That one stopped. A rebound chance. That one out. Open side, and what a stop there by Sorhando. McDonald unable to clear it on a clean opportunity at the goal. And he caught the back end of the puck and directed it against the grain. Sorhando able to make the save. Islanders know the pressure here. As here they come again to the Weeks. Frazier drops it off. Here they come over the line. Tanner steps in, tries to get a shot away. Knocked off the puck by McCackern, who takes the body on him. They pressure once again now on the forecheck by the Weeks. On to the point to Sullivan. Sullivan, quick drive from the point past the goal as Frazier turns with it now. Trying to drop it off for the cycle play. Chipped ahead by McCackern down the ice, knocked off the puck. Dumped in there by McKenzie. McCackern off the far side through the neutral ice. McDonald picks it up. 3:45 remaining. Moves it over the line. Picked up here by the Weeks. Out they come again. Frazier on the backhand feed. Knocked off by McDonald. Out the play finds Hookshorst. McCackern on him. Trying to knock him to the ice. Moved out. Trenham fires it from the point. Glove down by Sorhando. Plays it there for Williams. Here comes Williams up the ice. Number 18 skates over the line, holds on, shoots, and that one sails past the glove hand side into the glass. Moved across, picked up here. Out comes Chisholm. Spun into the zone. Chisholm works it behind the goal. Switching in front, backhand shot, save made by Serhando. It's loose in front and covered up by the Pictou netminder with 2:52 remaining. Well, plenty of mind games here near the close of the third. Islanders looking to tie things up here. Big face off here. Look for Forrance to make his way to the bench soon enough. The Islanders maintain pressure and try to pull the goalie for the extra attacker. McCackern on the draw. On the point, quick shot and off the top of the circle by Chisholm. Wrapped around the goal. Here's Sim with it now. Sim trying to clear. Knocked off by McDonald with a hard body check there on the wall. Chisholm down low. Touch play in front. Unable to pull the trigger was McDonald as out comes Sim. Forrance still in the goal. Kid trying to dance against Ellis. 2:30 remaining. Ellis with a hard check there. Off the wall, Bertram holds the line. Hard check there on Chisholm as both of them get down to the ice at the follow through. Sim trying to keep it alive. Taken here and moved out by Jonah Ellis. Ellis into the zone. Holds on, drops it in front. Croft on the backhand off the glass and out. Here come the Weeks down the ice. Moving ahead, Kid trying to make a move. Knocked off the puck by McCackern as he takes Kid out of the play. Taken away here. Out comes a chance for McCackern. Unable to get past Bertram as he took the body on him. Moved on the near side. Outlet play chipped in by Croft as he goes on for a line change. Here comes McCackern on the near side. Finds McDonald who chips it in. Waiting for the call from the bench is Leo Forrance. Hard check on the wall there, and that's going to be called. As a player injured on the play, we'll remove the camera from the scene here. We don't like to show injuries here on High Button Sports out of respect to these players. As Griffin McCackern quite shaken up on that hit. As Davidson always walking the line between acceptable plays and crosses the line there, and Griffin McCackern on the ugly end of that one. So a momentary timeout as the trainer assists McCackern onto his feet. And an applause from the audience as McCackern makes his way back to the bench in some discomfort. So that will put a little bit of a wrench in the Islanders' bid for pressure in the close of this game. With a minute 31 remaining, and they'll be down a man. And Carson McCackern is getting tossed for a misconduct penalty here.
Timeout for the Weeks.
And the Weeks call a timeout here, so we'll mute the microphone momentarily here as the teams gather themselves for this final minute 31. And we're back. Minute 31 remaining. 2 minutes on the clock for the penalty to Davidson. As Fraser steps up to the plate. Draw one by Fraser. Moved on to the point. Turning with it is Cameron on the near side to Williams. Williams trying to centering pass.
Penalty for Breton was goes to number 47, Ryan Davidson.
Nathan Kidd on the near side.
Cutting in number 47, Ryan Davidson.
And Ryan Davidson with a charging call there on that hit to McCackern as Kidd dumps it into the zone, gaining the red line. Icing waved off, just a minute 5 remaining here in the third. On to the point, Cameron holds on. Williams moved across. Back to Williams. Williams a drive to the point, tipped in front and past the blue paint. Ellis fires it off the wall. Cameron holds the line and chooses to skate out to neutral ice instead. Moves it across to Williams. Off the side wall, Nathan Kidd picks it up and starts churning his legs. Fires it down into the zone. Just 39 seconds remaining. 2-1 lead here for the Weeks as the Islanders to get it up the ice quickly. All the way down. Looking to beat the icing there. Excuse me, no icing as they're shorthanded. As McDonald gains a step. Goaltender pulled, 5-on-5 here. Chipped down. Out to Frazier. Empty net the other way. Frazier over the line. Finds Kidd. Kidd shoots, he scores. Nathan Kidd ices the game for the Pictou Weeks and taunts the local crowd. So with 12.4 remaining and a 2-goal spread for the Pictou Weeks, that'll do it here. These last 12 seconds merely a formality at this point as the Islanders look to reset here at the center ice line. Green on the draw against McGinnis. Clean win for McGinnis there to McCacker. Moves it across. And as time expires, Chisholm dumps it down. Bertram hard hit there by McGinnis near the horn. And the Pictou Weeks bounce back in this Sunday matinee and take this one by a score of 3-1. Congratulations to them for this win here on a hard-fought defensive contest throughout. Well, thank you once again, folks, for tuning in on this Sunday afternoon. This has been Brendan Maloney from High Button Sports. Thanking you once again. We'll see you in the next one.